talked about using BNF to describe syntax, let's talk a little bit about the difference between syntax and semantics. So again, with a lot of help from Ralph's course, this idea of syntax versus semantics should be relatively straightforward, but I wanted to kind of give you a teasing sort of example where you have to really consider this. So syntax versus semantics and expressions. So here's an expression. A equals B and then C with this plus operator between B and C. So what is the difference between syntax and semantics in this expression? Good question. So do you know what this expression does? And then do you know how to create the expression? So syntax, that answers the question, does the expression conform to some grammar like BNF? Some grammar that describes how to construct an expression in the language that you're working with. Semantics, well, semantics answers the question, what does the expression do? Right, so what does A equals B plus C do? Well, it kind of depends on the meaning of this and what the values are for these, right? So that meaning is something that exists apart from the grammar description for the language. So for example, that plus might, in some languages, add the values of B and C together, but in other languages, that value, this might concatenate the values of B and C. So for example, if B is the string CS and C is the string rocks, then A might be set to CS rocks, the concatenation of B and C. So that's kind of an important understanding. Just because you have the grammar for a language through BNF doesn't mean that it's straightforward to understand what the semantics of expressions will be. That's something that's a much deeper level of understanding. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to start talking about different kinds of expressions. So I'd like to take a look at arithmetic expressions. And I want you to consider this expression. A equals minus B times A plus C. Okay? So, what does this expression, well, what I want you to do is, I'd like you to take a moment now that you see this, and I want you to see if you can identify what the operators are in the expression, what the operands are, where the assignment occurs, and what the L value is. So I'll list that. So Where are the operators? Where are the operands? Where's the assignment? Where's the L value? And what are the expressions? 5. What are the expressions? All right, so take a moment to take a look at this, see if you can figure out what these different parts are. Again, having had compilers should be pretty straightforward. All right, so hit the pause button, take a shot. And we're back. All right, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to well, you know what I'd like to do is tell Slack to snooze. Hopefully that'll start getting Slack notifications there. Okay, now let's identify the operators. So the operators are the things that are used to manipulate the operand. So I'm going to highlight the operators using the color yellow. There's an operator. There's one. There's one. And there's one. So operators are highlighted in yellow.